Hello, everybody. I wanted to talk about guidance versus correcting, guiding versus correcting. And I thought that I could share a story with you. And the reason that this came up was that it came up recently on a call with my client, Janet. And Janet was explaining to me that she was so frustrated with her husband, Tom, who she cares for, and Tom has dementia. But the little example was that she has in her trunk a, a collapsible grocery cart or a carry-all cart, and they use it all the time. So Tom is always wanting to be helpful, and he can't ever close the cart. So they're finished using the cart. It's time to collapse the cart and put it in the trunk. And he tries and tries and tries, and she just grabs it out of his hand and says, "Tom!" And he apparently has said to her, "Well, if you would just show me how, I could learn how." And she has said, "I have showed Tom about a zillion times." This led us to talk about this idea of guiding instead of correcting. How can we stop being so frustrated? How can we pause instead of, so that we can respond instead of reacting, right? How can we take a moment? And I spoke with Janet about this idea that of care partners being leaders, and human beings who are serving others are leaders, whether we like it or not. And we're good leaders. Care partners are leaders. And a leader is the definition of a leader in our sense is enabling another to thrive, enabling someone to have a sense of dignity and self-respect. And this was really important for us to talk about, and I wanted to talk about it here with you. So Janet took this information home with her, and decided that she would take this back and give it a go. But how was she supposed to do it? And how are we supposed to do it when we hit that moment of frustration where we just leap in and grab something out of someone's hands? Or are we just are like, "I've told you 1,000 times, this is how you do it"? We all have been there. That's the obstacle, but the solution is, and I've said this over and over, taking the deep breath, taking a moment to pause, breathing in and just saying, "Okay, my nervous system is escalating. I'm not going to let that happen. I am not going to go toward these, negative thoughts where my brain is constantly trying to take me. I'm going to pause. I am safe, and so is the person that I'm dealing with right now, or the person that I care for." Correction has such a negative quality, that word alone. I mean, we get defensive, right? Nobody likes to be corrected. Anyway, Janet went off the call and came back the next week. I'm sure you're wondering what happened. And she said the cart was at the back of the car again. Tom reached for it, and all of a sudden she took the deep breath, and she put her hands on his and put his hands on the handles of the cart. And lo and behold, the cart collapsed immediately. Tom had succeeded with her guidance. He was so proud of himself. It's a win-win, right? Everybody felt so good. Can you pause? I think we all can, and we're all faced with not the collapsing of the cart. We all have our own little story. Maybe even if you're not a care partner, we all have a story of trying to get through some concept to somebody, and we correct and we correct. Let's guide instead. Let's guide the people that we care for so that they have a sense of self-worth and dignity. And let's not let our nervous systems get all tangled up in these small instances. And the more we breathe, if we can make a practice of it, the less we have to think about it, so that when we're faced with something which is beginning to frustrate us, we take the breath, we pause, and we approach in a new way. We approach in a loving way, a guiding way. If you're a care partner, you are a leader. You may not have thought of yourself as a leader, but you are, and you are enabling another to thrive. And for that, I salute you. Thanks for watching, and be in touch anytime. My website is cherylhutto.com. Sign up for my email list there, because I have lots of content. Thanks for watching again. Bye-bye.